Back for another episode of On the Bench, presented by The Bench Market, the official breakfast spot of the Penticton V's. Pleased to be joined by V's forward Spencer Smith. And Smitty, before we get started, I think you need to show off the pink jersey.
I know, look at this thing. This thing is unreal. We wore it on, what was it, Saturday night?
Yeah.
Played an unreal game. I mean, these jerseys are unreal.
Pink the Rink night on Saturday. Those jerseys are going to be up for auction on Monday and then run through until March. I believe it'll be the 13th, so it'll be 1 week with those jerseys that'll run through, or March 14th is when the auction will end. But Spencer, thanks for joining us today, and obviously a big weekend for the V's, as you mentioned. Back-to-back home games over the weekend, also a game of merit last week. The V's finished off with 3 wins over the course of the week, including an 8-2 win over Trail on Saturday, 3-2 win against Prince George here in this building on Friday. This team just seems to be rolling along right now, 7 wins in a row. What did you think of the weekend?
Oh, I thought the weekend was unreal. I mean, we played really good hockey all weekend. I mean, PG, we started off a little bit slow. We gave up that early goal, but as the game went on, we found our momentum. We started doing the right things. We started getting the puck in deep, hitting bodies, doing the right things that we're really good at. I mean, we're a really skilled, fast, hard team, and I mean, we really used that to our advantage this weekend. I mean, against Trail was a little chippier. I mean, it could be a first-round playoff series, and I mean, it just makes us more excited for this playoffs with playing them after that weekend game.
Of course, the pink jerseys and a big crowd here, over 3,000 at the SOAC on Saturday. Must have been a pretty cool atmosphere to be a part of.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. I mean, the fans were unreal here that night. I mean, no matter what it was, no matter what the score was, I mean, they were cheering us on. They were giving us their all. I mean, even with the fight with Simmer at the end there, you just heard this building erupt. I mean, I've never heard anything so loud, so.
Well, big weekend as mentioned for this team, and for yourself, it's your first year here in Penticton. No stranger to junior hockey, playing in Buffalo and then also in the USHL for a little bit as well. But what has your experience been like with the V's on and off the ice so far in your first year?
I mean, playing with the V's so far, it's been unreal. On and off the ice has been unreal. I mean, you get everything from whatever coach you want. I mean, they do anything for you and they'll do everything for you. I mean, even Kersey's unreal. I mean, he's been doing everything for us and all of that. I mean, you get all the skill work and all the development that you want here, and I mean, the guys are great too. I mean, every single guy, there's no unfriendly faces around here. Everybody loves each other. We're all brothers around here, and you're able to see it on and off the ice. We show it on the ice as we stick together throughout battles, and you can see it off the ice too when everybody hangs out all the time. Like, we had the rink in front of our house, and we had fellas over like every day, like all day. So I mean, it just makes junior hockey so much more fun.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. You've got a pretty interesting billet house that we'll get to in a moment. But growing up for yourself from St. Catharines, Ontario, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So growing up in Ontario, obviously, you know, hockey's no stranger in Ontario. There's a lot of different avenues to play. So tell us about growing up in Ontario.
Oh yeah. So growing up in Ontario, I mean, I started playing hockey when I was around 3 or 4. I played for the Tyke Sharks or something like that, St. Alfred Sharks, something along those lines. And I actually started off as I really wanted to be a goalie because my cousins were both goalies and my parents were really good friends. Both their kids were goalies. So it was kind of just like something in the making, but my dad was always just like, no, like, goalie's way too expensive. Like, I see your talent up front and all of that. And then I started playing a little bit of rep hockey. Like, I played MD for the MD Hurricanes, for the St. Catharines Hurricanes, and I went out to go and try out for the AAA team the next year. Didn't make it, unfortunately, but went and played AA for my first year ever. And I mean, I made some of my best friends from those years, and I played Niagara North growing up all the way until minor midget. And I mean, playing hockey in St. Catharines was unreal. I mean, I have so many great friends now that I've played from when I was around 8 years old to 14, 15 years old. So I made so many great friendships with everybody around there. I mean, the hockey community in St. Catharines and in Ontario as a whole is just unreal. I mean, you have everything. You can find anything in Toronto with all like the GTHL teams, and you got all of the Southern hockey teams and the SCTA. So I mean, everywhere that you go is unreal to play hockey around there.
Yeah, then you make the jump up to the Buffalo Junior Sabres, and you go to the States to play hockey for the first time. A little bit nerve-wracking, moving away from home and going to a different country to play?
Yeah, I mean, so in Buffalo, I stayed at home.
Okay.
I billeted one of the guys on the team, Ty Glover. So it was a little weird having another guy living in my basement, but I mean, we made the journeys every single day. We traveled from St. Catharines to Buffalo every day, so that was about a 45-minute drive, plus crossing the border. So if depended on how long that took, and then it was actually, I was pretty excited to kind of leave home for the first time. I mean, I'm a very adventurous person. I love meeting new people and seeing new things. And I mean, once I got the opportunity to go and play in Lincoln for the Lincoln Stars, I mean, me and Ty actually went together and we lived together, so that made it so much easier for me. I mean, I had somebody that I lived with at home, and I'm going to be living with him away as well. So it made it so much easier for me because he's already been through it and all of that. So I mean, I was so excited to get out of the house, but I mean, I love going home and seeing my parents. I love them to death. So
you get out and have an opportunity to live on your own. What was kind of the first thing that what was the first thing that, you know, you're living away, and the first kind of trouble that you get into when you're not at home? Was it meals?
It was meals, yeah. Money for sure. Money for sure. I mean, at least this summer, I worked a job at the pizza place this summer, but I mean, that was my first kind of real job, so to speak. So I mean, yeah, it was money. I mean, my parents helped me out so much. I mean, I couldn't thank them enough. So
what made you come to Penticton then? What was the process for that, playing in Lincoln last year and having the opportunity to come to the V's?
I mean, coming to the V's, Fred kind of reached out to me and just asked me what my plans were for next year, and I had 2 shoulder surgeries, so it was kind of like I've been wanting to get out of Lincoln just because I haven't had the best luck there. I thought I needed a change, new scenery, new people. So I mean, when Fred reached out to me and we did the recruitment videos and all that, I mean, it was top notch. I could see it from the very start. I mean, Fred's so professional with what he does, and he does everything the right way. I mean, if it wasn't for all of that, I mean, I don't know, like, but look at this place. It's like this arena. You're not able to beat this arena anywhere in junior A hockey. I mean, you got the best of the best here, and I mean, I'm so happy for that.
And you get an opportunity to come in and move into the Niedermayers house with yourself, Josh, Josh's younger brother, and then you also have Jackson Newendike there. Is there a dull moment in that place?
No, never. We always are doing something. I mean, if it goes from playing mini sticks, just sprinting around the house, or playing Fortnite in different rooms but screaming at each other from the different rooms. It doesn't matter what we're doing. There's never a dull moment in that house, for sure.
So get to a couple of quick questions here, and the first one for me is, you mentioned the pond that you had outside of the house. Who was the best pond hockey player on this team?
Best pond hockey player? Oh, God. I'd have to probably say Newey's pretty good. I mean, he has the really good hands. He's really meant for he's a really good pond hockey player. But I mean, not to brag or anything, but I'm a pretty decent goalie out there. I mean, I was in net. I strapped it up a little bit. I mean, I showed the boys what I had in net. So.
Music's obviously a big thing in the room as well. Who's got the best tunes?
I mean, if you ask anybody on this team, it's Chucky. Chucky has the best tunes, and everybody knows that. I mean, no matter where we are, it's always, hey, Chucky, you're on Ox. No matter what the situation is, he's always on Ox.
I saw you doing your hair before this.
Yeah.
You're very conscious of that, obviously, as is everybody. Who's got the best flow going right now?
I would have to say Macker. Macker's flow is pretty good. I mean, he's been rocking that thing out. He got a little Frankie Fades haircut, so I mean, he has a little bit of a mullet action going, which I don't mind from that Saskatoon boy, but he probably has the best hair going on right now.
And another one for you, if you had to pick anybody, you're stranded on an island, the only person that's going to get you out is this one other person you're with. Who are you picking to help you out?
Lehner. I would have to be with Lehner. He knows everything about the outdoors. I mean, that guy loves the outdoors. He loves going on hikes. He loves doing all that nature stuff. So I'm sure he would help me out so much compared to some people. But if I wanted to have fun, I'd probably bring Willie or Macker. I mean, we would have a great time out there.
Well, we'll finish it off with one last question from a special guest.
What's up, guys? I'm Jackson Newendike, and this is my roommate Spencer Smith. And Spencer, who on the team would you say is the most untrustworthy guy?
I would probably have to say 6'7" McDonald. I mean, we ask him about the sauna some days. He's not always there. I mean, you never know if he's going to show up or not. So,
it's a good answer.